Moon looks awesome tonight. I don't know if that... Hey. Just gonna do a little walk and talk here. This is my... Can you see it? It's one of them bird feeders with the cam. Oh, the water's gone. Just gonna do a little walk and talk here. Now before too far, I'm gonna throw one of these zine boys in here, or whatever the fuck it's called. Happy shit. Happy Tuesday, y'all. Orientation is locked. Rotate device back. Shut up, man. Oh, fuck. I'm fucking dropping shit. That's great. Well, fucking idiot. How's it going, everybody? I just figured I'd dump some of those shits out. I had too many of them, you know. I wanted to get rid of some. So you could probably tell I'm a little on edge here. I ran out of bro, man. Spent the last on here. Hey, I'm live. All right. So basically, what happened with me was I was in New York in a real bad place. Not necessarily a bad place, but I wasn't doing great. Moved down to Florida, absolutely paradise. And I was even thinking to myself before, because I was living outside, I was living in a vehicle, and I said to myself, man, you know, this is your big chance, because you're drinking because you live in a fucking car, right? So everything sucks, you know? Waking up, getting your clothes ready, all that. Going into Planet Fitness for a fucking shower. A, it's freezing. B, I don't want to listen to homies' music. I don't want to, whatever. Everybody's fighting for the hot shower. It's not a good way to be. And I thought to myself, man, once I get down here, I'm so done. I'm so done. So done with drinking. And that was 2 years ago. Right? 2 years ago? Damn. And of course I'm drinking, you know. I'm drinking. And now, so the last job that I had in New York was real physical. I was in a warehouse. I was unloading, offloading, delivering. You know, driving a small box truck. That was a cool job, but it was physical, so I could kind of beat myself up a little bit after work, and still, of course, I still looked like shit, and I probably had a belly and stuff, but I didn't get like real fat. And now down here, I start drinking, and holy fuck, now I'm like 180, you know, and I got a real small frame. I'm probably about 5'6" So yeah, so now I'm down here. I'm a fat fuck. I got no money, and I guess I'm trying to think of the first thing that happened, but I started I started to see things in my life that pointed towards religion, and not even like I'm trying to think of how to explain this. I don't know, like just random things like that started to feel like they couldn't be coincidence. I'm gonna give you a really goofy example. So one of my favorite bands is called Rehab, and they've been through a couple of different sort of phases in their existence. I think they were a three-piece at first, and then came Southern Discomfort, and it was a two-piece, and then it kind of went on as like a southern rock meets hip-hop kind of thing. It's a great band. You might know them and not be aware that you know them. Their big one is called Sitting at a Bar. It's a great band, but a lot of their lyrics are about substance abuse, right? Kind of goes with the name. And the lyrics are, I mean, if you've been down that road and you listen to those songs and the words that they use and the way that they describe things, they ain't full of it, man. Those guys they've been through it. And I found the CD in I used to go to I.F.I, I think it was called, and they would have like the $12 used CDs, a little bargain bin, and I would just go in there and I would grab stuff. Stress. Oh, that might have been I think somebody's referring to my record player incident. That was the last time that I've drank on the internet. Hey, maybe that'll be the last one. Come back for my more lucid follies. But anyways, how does this have to do with religion? Well, you know, when I thought about finding that CD, I would just chalk it up to coincidence. You know, it's just coincidence. I saw the album cover, I liked it, I copped it. But if you think about it, right, they say that any given instance, there's infinity outcomes that could have occurred, right? I could have been looking at that and, I don't know, noticed something else. Or I could have been looking at the Rehab CD and one of my friends came in, hey, how you doing? And I, got distracted, or the fucking store fire alarm could have gone off, or any amount of things could have bumped me away from finding that record. And sure, coincidence makes sense, but maybe it's by design. Maybe certain things were lined up for you, and you hadn't welcomed the greater power into your life just yet. You didn't understand that, you're loved by something. You don't know it. You're not willing to accept it. You're not willing to explore it. And then this could go on for, it doesn't have to be, it could be things that you perceive as negative. I had a girlfriend when I was real young that I always regretted separating from. I always felt like it was a big mistake that I had made. But let's face it, if I had continued with that young lady, I would have probably ruined her entire life. I was a liar. I was a thief at the time. I was only getting into the thick of my substance abuse. I was just starting to go down the wrong path. And if that poor girl stuck with me, man, or if I stuck with her, it would have been a disaster. Maybe it's something divine. Did I make a bad decision by leaving that relationship, or did something greater kind of say, not yet, you're not ready yet. Now's not the time yet. So I started thinking more about religion, and just, it was like coincidence after coincidence after coincidence. This woman came into my shop with all this religious regalia on, and I said to her, hey, nice shirt. And she had quite a bit to say about faith and sobriety. She was ultra supportive. It was like she knew my entire story without me really opening my mouth. I guess when somebody's hurting, you can kind of see it, you can kind of feel it. And this woman was very receptive to the vibes that I was putting out. So as I started to see these things come up more and more, what I decided to do. So this was October. In October, I started going to a local group. Usually meet up around 7, get out of there at 8. Great group of guys. I'm happy I went. Where's my little, you can't see it, but this is my, where is it? There you go. Whoop whoop. Here's my little chippy chip. It's not a special one because I ain't got no month or anything. But you know what's funny? They give you this for showing up on your first day, right? And I haven't been consistent with it. I don't go every day. I haven't gone in weeks because I've been screwing up. But you know, I've lost I've lost keys. I've lost wallets. I've replaced my debit card like 4 times since I've been down here. And somehow, some way, that stupid little coin. I shouldn't say stupid. Somehow, some way, that little coin has remained in my clutches. AA is good. AA has been an eye-opening experience, to say the least. You know, you'll hear stories there where, I mean, I don't know if you're actually going. I got 2 folks here. I don't know if you're in the program or have any interest in drugs, alcohol, and moving away from them. But you know, if you go to AA, you're gonna hear shit that will make so much sense to you. Like one of the first speakers that I remember vividly was a woman, and she was talking about her evening routine. I don't know how long I'm gonna do this, so usually I just walk 1 mile, but it looks like we're gonna go way past that until I just collapse because I'm so fucking uncomfortable. She was talking about her roots, you know, because you get out of work and you got to get your supplies. If you didn't already take care of that, you got to get your stuff. So she would be sure to go to, she had like a route, you know, maybe 3-4 stores that worked for her trip, so that she could go on and get her stuff, but she was going to a different store every time. So she's still getting her liter of vodka, she's still getting her whatever it is, but she's going different spots so the same teller doesn't see her every single day. And that is something that I have done personally, 100% personally. She talked about having multiple bottles, I guess, in her purse, and she had this very special way of wrapping up the bottles so that she could bring them in the house without, you know, without them making any noise or anything, so nobody knew what she was up to. You know, that's the kind of shit that that you do when you are just, you know, just totally under the hypnosis of something. There are also people in there that are just completely full of shit. You know, I don't know why you would go to these things if you're not being sincere. I think some people are maybe in trouble with their jobs or in trouble with their spouses, and that by going and performing the activity kind of gets them off the hook a little bit. It's like, all right, well, look, you know, I'm doing my thing, I'm trying. Yeah, it's kind of a drag. Couple things about AA that I sort of realized, one is a big one. The you know, when you're a drinker, you tend to be not a little, you tend to be completely narcissistic. Maybe you don't think of it that way because you don't think of yourself as being egotistical. You know, I don't think very great of myself. There's no way I'm a fucking narcissist, but it's not necessarily entirely about ego. It's about selfishness, concern over your image. You'll lie, you'll cheat, you'll do whatever it is. You know, you're kind of more worried about what you look like at the end of the day than anything else. You know, the perception is reality. And just like anything else, when you go to AA, you want a treat, you want a reward, you want everybody to kiss your ass. You know, hey, look at what I'm doing. You know, this is so great. This is here I am, I'm changing my shit. You know, that's what you're trying to get. And, you know, number one, depending on who you're speaking to, could be a friend, could be a family member, but, you know, sometimes the people that we click with, or the people that we hang with, or the people that we're, you know, just related to are not reactionary people. They're not going to give you the pat on the back that you're looking for. You know, it's very surface. Oh, good job. Oh, very cool. You know, shit. Then you're all, you know, now you're twisted. But another thing that happens is you're sort of revealing your hand to somebody who doesn't understand what you're going through. They've never been hooked, or they've been hooked and they've never tried to quit. They just sort of rolled on through it. You know, what I mean by that is to the uninitiated, when you say, oh yeah, I'm in recovery, I'm going to a program. Like, to them, that's it. You fixed, ta-da, there it is. You know, oh, you're not drinking anymore. Okay, cool. And then, you know, it's like there's like two statuses. There's green light, red light. There's success, there's failure. You're either drinking and everything is great, or you're either drinking and you're totally fucked, or you're sober and everything is great. It kind of doesn't work that way. I tried to do the cold turkey thing a whole bunch of times, and it never worked. It never worked. I wound up having to kind of step down over time, which is, that's a whole nother thread in and of itself, because you know, I've never felt more like a drug addict than I did this past January and February were some of the most uncomfortable months of my life, without a doubt. So I was doing cases of beer and bottles of vodka, and then I started to kind of taper down. Well, first I tried quitting, and I just couldn't do that. So I started kind of tapering down to where I never got beyond a certain amount of drinks, you know. So now no longer is it 20 bajillion, you know, I've got it down to like 3 or, you know, 4 on a super crazy night or something like that. Keep stepping down. And the further I got, the worse I felt. The more like a drug addict I felt. To the point where it's like just passing the corner store and not getting that one bottle or that one can, you know, just passing the store to do that was not possible for me. I feel like I don't know if you ever saw the movie New Jack City. I don't remember it too good, but I do remember a character called Pookie. He was like a homeless dude, and he, all sorts of problems. He was a fiend, and I don't remember if he asked for work or whatever, but he got with this drug kingpin, and guy's trying to help Pookie. Gives him a job at his whatever, his house, his drug home, whatever. Gives him a job cooking or cutting shit up or whatever he's doing, and he says, don't get high on this shit or I'm gonna fucking kill you. And Pookie, being the addict that he is, he just can't handle this stuff, even despite the potential money, the way his life could change if he could, I don't know, work it out. And there's a scene where he's got the pipe and he's smoking the drugs that he knows he's not supposed to, and he's crying. He's crying because he just can't fucking help himself. And I feel that way with a hard iced tea in my hands, man. I just can't, even if it's just one or two, I just can't, I can't get away from it. Maybe one day you'll have two, and then you have three, and then you start fucking backsliding, and now you're all fucking jacked up. But it's a process. It's not an overnight thing. You're not going to fix 5, 10, 15, 20 years worth of self-neglect. You're not going to just fix that. It's not just going to go away. How you go about that is up to you, but this is what I've been going through. This is what I've been experiencing. Let's see, it's been about a half hour. I'll probably go back pretty soon, right? Because I think all the way down, I think if I go all the way to the end of this road, it's going to take me like 5 miles, I think. Maybe. Should I just keep going? Shit. All right, well, let's just keep going. Fuck it. And remember, you got to go back. But, yeah. Shit. I just can't wait to be clear. I can't wait to have money. I can't wait to be, like, looking all right, I lost, so I was, like, 180 in October when I started out, trying to like get a little bit more serious about my health. I haven't, since October, I've maybe had like 2 beers, if that, with a family member. I haven't had a real carbonated alcoholic drink in a while. Weight loss feels good. I feel more energetic than I did last time I did this. Wonder if I'm getting to the main road. No, this is gonna twist and turn a little bit. Gosh, do I go all this way? Yeah, so that's kind of what's going on. I would really, really like to do some more positive things here on YouTube. And that's another thing that I feel like I'll drop while I'm on here for my traditional 0 viewers, is that you're kind of a product of your, not you're going to be a product of your environment, okay? Flower's going to grow best when it's in the right conditions, when the soil is proper, when the sunlight is proper. You're really no different than that. And when you surround yourself with negativity, and it doesn't even have to, think of it this way. There are some relationships that you have, and this I'm borrowing this idea from, I wish I could remember homie's name. he's got these inspirational videos online. Usually the titles are something like "Your haters are mad" or something like that. He's kind of a goofball, but man, I wish I could remember his name. But anyways, he had this very good point where even if there's people that you really care about in your life that you don't want to move away from, you like talking to them, you like being friends with them, but the friendship, the entire relationship is built on negativity. That could be drugs, that could be having a messed up family, where that person has a messed up family too. I'm just using these as examples. Or whatever it is, eating disorders. I'm kind of drawing a blank right now, but there are some friendships that you may have or may have had in the past that are just based on something bad, where it's like when you're with that person, that's what you talk about. And then if you were to take that out of the conversation, you don't really have too much left in common anymore. Just that darkness. You either gotta modify those relationships the best that you can, or you gotta kick them. What you select to do in the morning, what you select to listen to in the morning, is profoundly impactful. And I love dark music. I love aggressive music, Slaughter to Prevail, AC, anything offensive and loud and fast and that makes normal people uncomfortable. I love that shit. But it ain't exactly good vibes, and everybody's different again. But for me, there's a part of me that, like, when I listen to something aggressive like that, I go into work with a completely different attitude. I'm coming in for combat. I'm coming in, I'm wanting to kill. I'm feeling arrogance. I'm feeling aggression. I'm feeling, all that stuff that I perceive as, I don't know, I guess giving me power, right? Bravado, confidence, whatever it is. But when I listen to reggae music, my favorite band is 311. When I listen to reggae music, 311, POD, that kind of stuff, I come into work with a whole different attitude, and part of AA, their big message is service. You got to service, and it just happens to be that I'm in somewhat of a medical profession. I feel like I get to enjoy that day to day, especially with coworkers who have situations. I try to be more accommodating if I can. But yeah, try to keep yourself away from as much dark stuff as you can. What I realized not long ago is that especially since the Donster is back, and I'm not going to give you my take on the Donster. I'm really neither here nor there. But you literally you can't turn on the television. You can't go out. You can't open your eyes and leave bed and be exposed to media and not hear something about politics, how fucked up DT is or whatever, blah, blah, blah. You can't not hear something about race, racism, color. We're fucking obsessed. You can't go a day without hearing something about gender or homosexuality or this or that. And I'm not trying to talk about this stuff like I'm anti-liberal or something like that. But all these talking points are arguments, right? That's all they are. They're hot button issues, and people like to go back and forth about them. Now, what is that doing for you? It's good to stay informed, man. And if you are into politics and you like world affairs and you like keeping up on that stuff, man, more power to you. But you know, maybe you do it different than I do, because when I watch that stuff, I take it on as personal, you know, personal stuff, and I'm giving a lot of energy to it, a lot of energy into thinking about it, a lot of energy into philosophy, a lot of energy into trying to see things other people's way, and it's really just wasted energy. It's it's really just a colossal waste of energy. You know, if you got two or three good buddies that are smart enough to string together a sentence and actually look at the big picture with you, then it's a productive conversation to have. But other than that, man, it's just black. It's just blackness, darkness, bad energy, bad juju. You gotta get away from that shit as best you can. I mean, what I've been doing lately, I'll watch cricket in the morning. You know, the Indian Premier League T20 just wrapped up. Congratulations to the Dubai Caps. Sand Vipers played a awesome season. I thought they were gonna take it. Cricket, man, check it out. Lots less malarkey. Try to surround yourself with positive stuff. If you're in recovery, or you're trying to fucking quit drinking, or you're trying to, you're gonna be real reactionary to stuff. Every little thing is gonna fucking piss you off, or I'm that kind of guy anyways. It doesn't really take too much to get me riled up, but you have you essentially have a battery. Every day you have something like an emotional battery, and every day when you wake up, it's fully charged, and every day when you go to bed, that battery is drained. It's run its course. You need more rest. Just let homeboy go, and then I'm gonna keep walking. I don't even know how far I went, but pretty far. So you got an emotional battery, and when you're like I am, and you're wound up so fucking tight, and you're ready to just go at it with coworkers, you don't like your patients, your family calls, you're fucking ready to go, you're ready to argue, that last one was a bad example, but what I'm trying to say is you you got to start taking care of yourself. You got to start loving yourself. Nobody's going to love you until you can love yourself. And you're not going to learn to love anybody else until you can figure yourself out and work out your shit. Be careful about where you spend your energy. Is that lazy coworker enough for you to like spend energy on that? Is your lazy coworker going to affect your check? Are they going to affect your meal when you get home? Are they going to affect your ability to drive your car? No. You're self-assigning. You're self-assigning a responsibility to give this person your energy, and they don't fucking deserve it. They don't fucking deserve it, man. I think that once I can get a couple of months of sobriety, shit. I mean, I'd love to get some hobbies, man. I look at these videos of kids on freestyle skates. I'm like, shit. That looks dope. I want to try that. You ever seen them? So they ain't attached. They ain't strapped on your feet. They're like it's just like two little boards with a wheel on it. But when you slide and glide on them bad boys, woo, Sit look cool, man. I want to do that. I spend all this time inside. I'm out here in beautiful Florida. It's February. It's February. It's about midnight right now. And I'm out here, short sleeve, you know, this is paradise. This is paradise. And that's what addiction will do to you. It'll take away your opportunity to enjoy everything. Everything. So maybe if I can get some real legitimate clean time, I can kind of learn how to enjoy things again. I don't really know how to, though. I'm gonna be just real with you. I don't know how to do anything. I don't know how to spend time and just be content. And the tail end of my alcoholic journey is by far the most discomfort and just pain that I've encountered. It sucks, man. It's just so uncomfortable. And it's like you know all the solutions to your discomfort are in that cooler, man. They're right there. You could just hop in that bad boy and down a few, and you're right back, man. And I do that. You know, I started journaling. I started writing down everything that I was kind of going through during the day, so I could read back and just kind of see where my head was at. And if you write things down and you're transparent, you're honest with yourself, you'll see. You know, if you asked me before, hey Greg, do you have any triggers? I always hated that. I hated that term. Triggers. That's a trigger. It's like, what's a trigger, you fucking nitwit? You want to drink. You're an alcoholic. You know what is? But I log and I look at my shit and I see maybe 2 or 3 things, and they come up constantly. You know, one is work. I'm tired of working in. Excuse me. I'm tired of working in this like medical meets retail environment. I'm surrounded by people who have absolutely no idea what the fuck they're doing. They know nothing about eyeglasses. They have no credentials. They have no studies. And this is what fucking drives me even crazier. They have no desire to. And candidly, you really don't need to know what the fuck you're doing in order to achieve the job that they want you to do. You know, we had this great doctor, a gentleman from overseas, and then I think he studied in the southern states, and he came in and in my profession, I work with the doctor to find the right tool for the job, right? The doctor does the refractions. I look at the prescriptions. I understand them. I understand lens fit, measuring, all that stuff. How certain adjustments will affect the sensation that a patient gets. You know, that's my job. That's where I come in. And this doctor used to come up and he would give me these like really flowery, okay, this patient has mild myopia. She's never been corrected for astigmatism before. She refracted to one diopter of SIL, but I'm gonna have that OU, you know, so on and so forth. Just a little bit of the reason why he assigned the prescription that he did, some history on the patient. This is what I used to get with him. And now that they've gotten to him, pretty much what he does is he says, premium lens, premium lens, premium lens, premium lens. And it's like, that's not what I studied for. It's not what I'm in this for. You know, a fucking baked potato can do that. See, I just had a whole tangent there. So that drives me crazy. And, you know, I'm still not really working for a lot of money. By moving to Florida, I had to start over again and get some credentials. And although I'm not too far away from getting to where I need to, I'm not making money right now. And I never did. And I don't want to call it poverty, because right now I'm kind of a coddled cat. You know what I'm saying? I got it pretty good right now. I'm at my uncle's. You know, he's got a home. He's got property. I am the only one occupying that space right now. I'm in a very, very, very good spot. But you know, my car loan is $250 a month. My insurance is $250 a month. You know, right there, it's like a quarter of what I make in a month. You know, and if you've ever been tight on money before, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. So I come home, I'm all wound up from work, I'm just miserable. I got nothing in my wallet, so I can't do any of the shit that I want to do. I want to buy a fishing lure. I want to buy this. I want to buy skates. I want to go see this. I want to go drive there. I can't fucking do it because I got no money. So what do? Well, I do the only thing that I know how to do. I drink. And I drink because I don't want to feel those things. You know? I don't want to think about family. I don't want to think about my brother. I don't want to think about my job. I don't want to think about money, where it's going to come from. I don't want to think about any of that shit. So I drink alone, and that's kind of my version of like unplugging the computer, you know, or putting the phone on airplane mode. And golly, what a time. What a time. You know, and then not to mention, so since I started clearing out in October, right? And when you go to AA, there's going to be something that they refer to as the pink cloud. And that also didn't make sense to me at first. But if you get with the program and you start, you will see that it makes complete sense. Because when you first start out quitting, right, you're going to have like, you know, maybe your first day or two is lousy. That's usually how it is with me. Like day 1 or 2 are not so much fun. Then day 3, 4, and 5 are like, what do they say? I don't know if you would call it manic. It's like you feel good, but you don't even just feel good. You feel like superhuman good. You feel like you could like flip a car kind of good, you know? You're one with God. You're killing it. You're gonna get it all right today. Every patient's gonna be a home run. You know, you're gonna be gold. That sensation will go away. That sensation will go away, and I think what you'll find is that there's kind of a healthy mid ground where you're supposed to stay. And I guess the way that I explain that is, so when you're binge drinking, right? When you're drinking all day, every day, right? Your body is so loaded up with like kind of stored alcohol. Even if you're not like a binge drinker and you have one night where you go just absolutely fucking nuts, it takes your body a little bit of time to get all that out, you know? So drinking as much as I did for as long as I did, let's say every once in a while you just want to take a day or two, or you have a concerned friend and they're like, man, your drinking's really out of control. And you don't want to actually stop drinking, but you just want to like prove a point. You know what I'm saying? And just be like, oh yeah, fucking watch this. Oh, I'm going to go 2 days, you know? And you could do it and you can not feel like shit because your body has such an enormous amount of toxins kind of stored that it takes a little while for it to really clear out. So, you know, on surface level, you're getting rid of it, but you never really do. It's still in you. You know, I'm just gonna fucking thumbs up my shit. Well, I can't. All right, we're gonna get no thumbs up. That's fine. Yeah, shit. So the more I started cutting out alcohol, the further away I got from it, the harder that it pulled back. And this last go round, because I've been on and off for ages, but this last go round, this go round that I'm doing now, because I'm not finished with it yet, but this last round is really, really unbelievable. The cravings are just unreal to where literally you cannot pass that corner store. You cannot pass that 7-Eleven. You can't fucking do it. You have to have that one or two. You know, I'm good now to the point where like I'm certainly not going to drink 12 beers. I'm certainly not going to drink a bottle of vodka, but I just can't get away. I'm hooked on that feeling. I'm hooked on it, right? And it's even worse now because like, dude, when I have a drink right now, it when it hits my system, I feel it go through every millimeter of my body. As soon as it hits me, I feel it. And it feels like a fucking symphony. You know? It's just that warm, fuzzy blanket. As soon as I get it, like the second it hits my lips. And you know, now that I'm like without it, when I get it, I like, my body wants it so bad. So, holy shit, that's a big bird. Whatever that is, that's big. So, you know, now I'm fiending for it. And when I get it, it really doesn't take all that much to like get me to where I'm saying stupid shit or, you know, I text people, man. That's my big thing, man. I send people music, you know, because for some reason I'm convinced that the person on the other side of the phone is going to appreciate that song that I just sent them at fucking 10:30 that they've never heard, that's some wacky genre. But since I'm fucking buzzing, I'm going to send it along. You know, hey, what up? What do we got? Blueberry, how you doing, homie? So, you know, I'm not even drinking that much, but let's say I get fucking straight drunk for like 2 hours, right? That's enough for me to write some stupid shit on Facebook, contact some people I haven't talked to in years, make a complete fucking asshole of myself. Yeah, we're just doing a walk and talk, Blueberry. I know this ain't exactly professional, but I felt so uncomfortable in my house with no liquor. I got no cigarettes right now. So I just figured I'd do a walk and talk. I've been on for a while now. Damn, this is the longest I've walked in quite some time. Sorry you came a little late. I covered a lot of what I wanted to. I really don't want to create on this channel no more because it's all negative. You know, I don't want to take it. I'm not going to take it down. But there's certainly footage of me drinking on this bad boy, I'll tell you that. Shit. I just want to be happy. And I deserve to be happy. And I'm starting to kind of realize that, you know, we all do. And Hey, what up, Blue? Thank you. Yes, I got so oh, I'm glad you mentioned that, homie. Thank you. I've been talking about AA a little bit, and I did find a couple of cool cats in there. And even when I'm not going, I ignore them because I'm drinking. You know, I don't want to fucking be texting people from AA while drunk. It's not a great look. But you know, nobody ever forgets me. You know, they still say what's up. They still ask me how I'm doing. Program is great. Here's one thing that I'm gonna say about the program. All right, because I'm still going, and I'm never gonna stop going. But there's definitely something that I've noticed, and I've talked to people. One of my good friends actually is like on a board of directors for a rehab. Interestingly enough, right? I was rapping to him about the program, and one thing that he mentioned to me was, you know, what some people do is they sort of make the meetings a new addiction, you know, a new lifestyle kind of thing, you know. And I think that's great, man. You got to do whatever it takes to keep yourself sane, you know. And if that's it, then that's what you got to do. I mean, that's what I'm gonna have to do for a long time. But my goal, my ultimate goal, is to be able to go to a restaurant with friends, or to have a bad day at work or something like that, and like not even think about drink. You know, like I don't want my life to be about. You know, I'm not a fucking ambassador for alcoholism. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be me. I just want to be Greg. That's all I want to be. And you know, meetings are great. Meetings are going to keep you grounded. But you know, some people are lifers. Some people are just fucking sad. You know, it's rough. It's rough out there, pimp. Yeah, it's about what? It's probably about midnight now. I'm out here in beautiful Florida. Thanks for hanging out. It's February, man. It's probably about, I'm gonna say 60 out here. Whew. So I like that. I used to. How'd you kick it, buddy? Depression is hard. You know? Demons are real. Demons are out there. They want to take everything from you. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty nice out here. Florida's the spot, man. I'd never, so I'd been in New York all my life. Hey, this state is huge. And every kind of like little area has its own sort of like vibe to it. Like I'm out here in the boonies. This is what I like. You know, but we got like, I work in Orlando. That place is crazy. Yeah, man, support. That's what it's all about, brother. That's what it's all about. Now I'm just hoping that you know, I'll leave this up for a little bit. Maybe somebody will stumble over it, but I just had to get that energy out, man. Get that energy. And now I fucking feel like I could probably do another couple miles if I really wanted to. Maybe I'll drop the cam off at the house and just keep fucking walking, you know. You work out, you go to the gym or anything like that? That's another thing that I gotta do. You know, you lose some weight. Gotta get them ablets, you know. Shit. Whew. So, am I gonna drink again? I don't know. I don't fucking know, cause this is what I do over and over again now is I get like I pretty much cap out at like 5 days. You know, that's the best I got. And what's funny is that demons, man, they're out to trick you. They're gonna trick you. They're gonna find the right excuse. You know what I'm saying? There's always, it's a title to a 311 song called "There's Always an Excuse When You Need One," and I think that's a great title, man. You know, let's say I'm having, I got 5 days clean, and I'm having a horrible day at work. I'll be like, you know what? It's been 5 days. I had a shit day. I gotta I got to take the edge off, man, right? Because we're still not drinking every day. You know, you just like justify it in your head, you know. Or it could even be the opposite. Like you could be 5 days clean, and I could go to work and I could hit home run after home, dinger after dinger. I'm doing adjustments. I'm troubleshooting. I'm just slaying, and I feel so good. It's like the demons do the same thing. They go, "Yo, homie, you had such a killer day, bro. You fucking killed it today, man. You deserve a treat. You deserve it." Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's real talk. You know, I got into it earlier. I haven't been a spiritual homie for a long time, and I don't necessarily consider myself to be a Bible thumper right now, but you know, when you open your eyes, you know, for some people, at least for me, I felt like there were enough signs there where like I just couldn't ignore it anymore. You know? I haven't tried Red Bull. Homie, so let me tell you something. Anything that's got some sort of a drug in it, whether it be caffeine or something, I don't know how to have one, right? So what happens when I have energy drinks is I'll drink like 12 of those bad boys. Not 12. I think the most I ever had was like 3, and I fucking felt like I was gonna die. I drink a lot of coffee though. What else is good? They got that Celsius boy, right? Isn't that supposed to be like a healthier caffeine option? Man, it's just stunning out here. I don't know if I really want to go inside. I had a good meal before I left. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, at some point, I'm gonna migrate over to something else, another channel. Black Sheep is still gonna stay up, but I don't want to create here anymore. I'm gonna start doing like incense reviews, and I'm gonna do some magnet fishing. I got this cool bird spy cam. It's like a little birdhouse that got a little like a webcam in there. It's crazy. I got this Carolina chickadee, and she comes to me every morning between like 8 to 10 a.m. every day. Oh shit. Oh, why would you do that? That's not very nice. Either that guy's just totally crunk, or he did that to scare me. I'm thinking the latter. But yeah, man. Have no fear. Have no fear. Be courageous. Forge ahead. I guess what I'll have to start doing is doing this. When I'm uncomfortable, I just gotta get active, you know. I don't know if any of my good friends in here are celebrating, you know, a couple years without drinking, or, you know, you said you beat depression, and I give you all the props in the world for that, my brother or my sister. And I appreciate you checking in, you know. Good energy is good energy. But as we're kind of drawn to a close here, you know, I don't want to give you lip service like I feel like everything is fucking great. You know, I don't know if I'm gonna manage to stay clean forever. I have no idea, but I feel like I've made leaps and bounds in this past couple months, and you know, I'm just starting to kind of scratch the surface. And if you're out there and you're like in the thick of it, you know, once you make the decision that you've had enough, you're gonna do it. You can do it, and you have no idea what's available to you on the other. I don't even know what's available to me on the other side, because I've never felt it. I never learned really how to be an adult, because I've been underwater for 20 years. You know, I never really learned how to have a real relationship or anything like that. Like, I remember when I first started going to AA, having conversations with the fellas in the morning over the phone, and texting somebody and being like, hey, how are you? And then like thinking about it and being like, When I say how are you to somebody, usually I don't. I'm just saying it as a formality. I don't really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm a bird. I'm a parrot. I'm just saying what I'm supposed to say. But better I get, cleaner I get, I gain access to emotions that I didn't have before. You know, and I'm still, jealousy, all that stuff. You know, it doesn't matter. Let's say hypothetically, my best friend comes up to me, right? I was gonna correct that, but you know what? It could be a best. My best homie comes up to me and he says, "Greg, guess what? I just got $100,000 raise, and I got a pension, and I got all this stuff, and my life is gonna change, and everything's gonna get better." You know, inside, I'm hating that shit. I'm hating that news. You know, it sucks to say, but we got to be real here. You know, when for all my adult life, when somebody gave me good news, it took everything I had, and even sometimes I would fail. I'd be like, "Oh, that's great. That's cool." You know, like a baby, like a bitter baby. I didn't know how to celebrate. I still don't know how to celebrate things for other people, to feel good for or on behalf of other people. I have no idea how to do that. You know, it's still a process. You can't. If I'm repeating this over and over again, I apologize. But you know, for me, I did 20 years worth of damage, and I can't undo that in 3 months. Yeah, yeah, it's whack. It's whack because you want that shit. You want that shit, and you can't even and you know you're wrong. You know you're wrong for feeling that way, but you just can't you can't suppress it. You can. You can. Yep. I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna get there someday, Blue. I'm gonna get there, but right now we gotta figure out how to use time because I'm about back to the crib, and I'll tell you what, I still feel pretty antsy. I don't know how much more talking I got in me. Shit. All right, here's what we'll do. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna do a bunch of sit-ups and push-ups, and then we'll see what the fuck happens. It doesn't look like I'm going to bed anytime soon. Whew. Thank you everybody for being here. We are winding down to a close. If y'all could throw a thumbs up, that would feel really nice. And if you wanted to, you could subscribe here. I might, I'll do a couple more of these little randos here and there, maybe some walk and talks. And then when I migrate somewhere else, I'll put up a link, and whoever wants to can follow along. I had some, oh man. Nah, B, thank you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that, man. That means the world to me. It really does. It really does, I used to like YouTube because, and you know what? YouTube seems to be coming back to life a little bit. I joined YouTube because I just thought it was so cool, so encouraging to see, oh, let me just make sure I'm not getting followed by a fucking panther. Jesus Christ. My backpack just scared the shit out of me. I don't even know where I was going with that. But my back. Oh yeah, YouTube just used to be such a great place to watch folks, just regular everyday folks, And then for a time, it just became so polished. It was almost like just another version of television, like streaming television. Even now, though, I don't know how many more gaming streams I can really watch, or all this political stuff, man. I want to stay informed, but Jesus Christ, how much bitching about this stuff can you do? I'm just done with it, B. Can't do it. But yeah, YouTube's cool. Oh boy, it sure is nice out here. So, Nobody's alone. Nobody's alone. We're all in it together. I am gonna bounce because I've officially run out of content, my friends. So again, really appreciate you being here. Thank you for checking in. Have a wonderful evening. If you want to, I'm gonna leave this up, so catch it from the beginning if you feel like it. And yeah, everybody, God bless. Thank you so much. Take it easy.